first of all, let me say that Charles Barkley is a jinx. Okay, anytime that he comes out publicly and says that your team's going to win a championship or your team's going to win a series, prepare for your team. Prepare for pain. Okay, just prepare for pain because he's a fucking Alabama jinx. Now, yes, the Milwaukee Bucks appeared to come out strong and they had a 16-point lead, but you know how many times I've seen a team come out with a big lead and it only went on to falter down the stretch and lose that game. You know, it's just I don't know. I've seen it hundreds of times, literally. And look, let me just get this out the way, and I'm not going to mention it anymore. Were the refs giving the Nets favorable calls or even non-calls? Yes, that's to be expected, though. Okay, I'm very uh, understanding of the business side of basketball. They would prefer that these series go longer. I'd be an idiot if I didn't think that those empowered NBA wouldn't prefer the Nets win this series over the Bucks. I'm not saying that they will outright rig a series, but um, yeah, they have preferences. But at the same time, no matter how much people in the media might give hints to the NBA about, getting a guy like Tucker in foul trouble or, the little ploy where, they'll get a guy like Giannis in foul trouble early on. Whoever is cooking for the Bucks, they get them in foul trouble, whatever. Um, at the same time, that's not an excuse. The Bucks got to go out there and overcome all of that and win. I've seen quite a few teams overcome home cooking and win on the road. The Bulls did it all the time. The Bulls did it all the time. They'd be on the road and they're not getting favorable calls. Jordan's driving to the basket getting hammered and he's not getting favorable calls. And he would take a team on his back, or Scottie Pippen would come through, Tony Kukoc, whatever era you're talking about. Horace Grant might have a great game. Whoever's need to step up, even if it's come off the bench, they would overcome that and win that game and close out the series. So I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying that that's the reality of the NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks, to me, even though they had a 16-point lead at halftime, 59-43, that wasn't enough. That was far from enough. Now, one thing Charles Barkley and Shaq and Kenny were right about, the Bucks should have been up 25, 30 points. What was killing me about the Bucks was, number one, Mike Budenholzer and his uh, rotations. You put in Pat Connaughton, who's doing pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Not rushing his shots, not settling for just threes. He was taking smart shots, taking it to the basket. But you take him out. And then I don't see Pat Connaughton again until sometime late in the game. Bobby Portis, who played well in games three and what, four, defensively, brought a lot of energy coming off the bench. He didn't play one fucking millisecond of this game. Why? Then Brooke Lopez would have a mismatch where somebody's 4 or 5 inches shorter than him guarding him, maybe like Doodoo Brown or something, and he'd be in the paint by himself. Nobody gets him the ball. But then you give it to him when he's launching up these, from Africa, 35-foot three-pointers. Or you dump it to him when he's being double teamed in the paint and he got, you know, he got Isle of Lakes all over his fucking hand and shit, ball falling everywhere. You know, getting stripped. I don't understand it. Drew Holiday has looked like fucking Eric Bledsoe on crack in this series. I've been singing this guy's praises all year, and all of a sudden in this series, damn, you wonder if they would have been better off with Eric Bledsoe, the Bucks. And then, you know, obviously, I got to bring up Middleton. Yeah, Middleton had one good game, game three. One good game in 5 fucking games. I've told you guys, he does this shit every fucking year. Every year in the regular season, Chris Middleton is great. He'll shoot somewhere between 46 to 49% from the floor, maybe close to 50%. He's always defendable around 40% from the 3-point line. He'll shoot close to 90% from the line. And on the surface, his numbers look great. But when it comes to when we play against a marquee team in a series that can determine the outcome of the Eastern Conference, this is when he want to fucking just disappear. And literally, this motherfucker was David Copperfield in the second half of this game. This motherfucker was hiding on offense. I done seen motherfuckers, get shielded on defense or hide on defense. This motherfucker was hiding. Wasn't even aggressively looking for the ball. I don't want no parts of that ball. Yeah, it's gonna be on Giannis. They gonna blame me on it. I want to kick him in his fucking teeth. Shat like a window. Budenholzer, Doug Heffernan from King of Queens. I don't look. Whatever. I've already just talked about his rotations and his, and the strategies and what the fuck he's doing. But you know what? It's not even just. It's everything, man. It's him late in the game. Nobody was executing well for the Bucks. Giannis. I know everybody wants to blame Giannis. Everybody wants to pick on Giannis because that's just what the media does. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Everybody pick on Giannis, but I bring up shit about Jokic getting swept, and somehow I'm picking on poor white Jokic. You know what I'm saying? But Giannis, he needs to get it done. So it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Giannis made some bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Instead of spinning to the basket, why are you shooting fadeaways? Yeah, Giannis sometimes, will position himself for an easier shot, and then go out and take a worse shot. But it's not just him. It's not like what I don't like is when people put the microscope over Giannis, but don't acknowledge the other components are fucked up too. Because Giannis could have went out there. Because look, literally, Giannis would have had to drop 45 to win this game. He would have needed a 45-point game to win, which indicate that he's not getting any help from anybody else. Because that's what Kevin Durant pretty much had to do. He dropped 49 and shot to Kevin Durant because he did what he had to do. Okay? But you wonder, with a guy like Jeff Green going off for almost 30, right? 7 or 8 from downtown. Maybe if you put Bobby Portis in the game, someone who's a little bit more athletic than having, Lurch out there, maybe Jeff Green only goes off for 18. Some of these shots get contested and he misses. Or he doesn't take some of these shots and they end up becoming misses. Maybe if you put Bobby Portis in the game during that time period when the Nets were making 7 consecutive shots, maybe Bobby Portis, because he wasn't in foul trouble, maybe he could have contested some of those shots. The reason why the Nets players were laying the basket up is because now all of a sudden all the Bucks players are in foul trouble. So they don't want to get their fourth and fifth foul and be sitting. So they just pretty much just allow the layups. But see, this comes back down to coaching. The Bucks can still win this series. They still can. But something tells me in my soul that they're not. They're just not. And once the horn sounds at the end of game 7, or possibly even game 6, even though I think they're going to win game 6, if the Bucks don't win this series, as the horn sounds, Budenholzer needs to be fired immediately. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's honorable that Giannis and Dame and all these other guys, want to win the right way and all this. Fuck this. Okay? The media openly allow LeBron James to stack the deck without criticism. Now that LeBron is out the picture, people are rooting for Kevin Durant. That's fine, you know, but he still is playing on a stacked team. Now with all the other shit, the new developments in the NBA today, the Clippers are probably fucking done. The Suns are probably fucking done. Who's coming out of the West now? Utah? Just go ahead and just stop the playoffs. Go ahead and just give the Nets a championship and crown KD Finals MVP. Okay? Because the Sixers are not going to beat this team. Atlanta, the fuck out of here. But he's still stacking the deck, man. Because by the time the finals come, James Harden will be magic. No, I ain't gonna say magically, but James Harden is gonna be healthy. Kyrie's gonna be healthy. They're gonna be full, and they're gonna beat the shit out of the fucking Utah Jazz. So if this is the state of the NBA today, if this is how it is, Milwaukee, do what the fuck you gotta do to stack the deck. Chicago Bulls, do what the fuck you gotta do to stack the deck. This is the new NBA today. I never thought I would say this because I don't like it, but you gotta fight fire with fire. To win a championship now, you need 2 or 3 fucking superstars now. Stack the fucking deck. Get a fucking all-star team. Fuck it. Get a dream team. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. If I'm Giannis, I'm getting fucking Dame Dollar and I'm getting Bradley Beal. I don't give a fuck who they got to get rid of. Trade Middleton, trade Holiday, trade fucking future draft picks. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Sell some pussy. If you got some female fucking executives with the Milwaukee Bucks, go sell some pussy. Whatever the fuck you gotta do to get a super team, you do that shit. And congratulations to Kevin Durant for having a great game, the best player in the NBA.